So this is the first tutorial-based lesson on understanding the foundations of coding, and so that's why we see this image here. Now, if I begin talking about coding in as far as understanding a programming language and teaching a language in itself, what we have to understand is there's various ways that we can plan what our code's going to do. And the one that students are taught is what's known as pseudocode. And pseudocode is like basically a set of steps that go along, and you just follow the steps that is supposed to happen. This type of coding is what's known as a sequence, and it's a control structure, and there are various amounts of control structures, and this one's a control structure. There's also two other types of control structures. One is called selection, and the other one is called loop. And in that we have binary selection, case and case selection, and in loop we have what's known as post-test loop, and we have pre-test loop as well. So these series of lessons are going to go through understanding sequence, selection, and loop, what they look like in pseudocode, and what they also look like in a simple piece of code. So the start of this lesson, I'm going to start you off with learning about how to write code in Excel. And a lot of people, when I say this, say, what Excel is a spreadsheet program where I can do formulas, and you've taught me how to do formulas in it. And what I say to students is, yes, but when Microsoft was created by Bill Gates, he learnt BASIC, and he thought that it was very important that when he created BASIC, and he thought it was very important to put BASIC in the back end of all the software that he produces. And so every Office product has what's now known as Visual Basic for applications in the background. You can't see it at the moment because it's not installed, and what we need to do is go up to File and choose Options, and then we go to Customize Ribbon and we choose Developer, and when we choose OK, what happens is in our ribbon we get Developer, and here you will see there is Visual Basic. If we click on that, we now have a sort of like a developer window where we can write code. And if I double click on sheet 1, I now have a sheet basically to be able to write code. And I can write anything in there. It doesn't matter what I write in there, it won't recognize what I'm doing, but if I press play, for example, it'll go, what are you doing? And so what we need to do is start understanding and break it down into several different tutorials how to use this one. So I'm going to stop the video now, and tutorial number 2 will be on what we need to start writing some code so that we can demonstrate those control structures, sequence, selection, and loop, and understand what we're all about with pseudocode.